Hi, my name is Briana Bazile. I am 24 years old and I have been a member of St. Columba my whole life. Yeah, so I grew up in the community of St. Columba. I was baptized here, and I, went through all the sacraments here, and my experience in church definitely evolved through the 24 years that I've been in community, for the better. I think at first it felt more like an imposition. I think a lot of people can relate to that when you grow up in faith. Other kids at school get to hang out on Sunday, but you got to wake up early, and my family doesn't actually live very close to St. Columba, so on top of that, there's the travel time, and it can be cranky. But because of my parents, especially my father's commitment to being here and being in community with folks and participating in worship weekly, I learned the importance of not just routine, but of sharing that routine and how powerful that is, that it's not just us who but make the choice to wake up early every Sunday and go to church, but that's a really widely shared experience. And that's something that's really powerful to me, and that I have taken ownership of as an adult. And I make that choice to go to church now for various reasons, but mostly to commune with folks who believe in God and uplift me, and who I can uplift as well. It's a difficult time to identify as a Christian, as a Catholic, for political reasons. But I think that St. Columba, in itself being such a unique church, and not necessarily just being the exact reflection of, say, the Vatican, but it has forged its own identity that has greatly shaped my own, by not just always following things by the book, but following things by what we feel collectively is right and guided by God. I think that's what has been a great example for me on how to lead my life and be able to talk to people about controversial things and realize that there is oneness between all of us, no matter how we come to it, right? Yeah. I mean, I think me being here today and doing this interview is a testament to how great of a job St. Columba has done for me as a young person who's now transitioning more to adulthood. But yeah, because I've gone across the country for school, and I'm not necessarily physically here in community as much as I used to be, but I think continuing some of the things that I hold on to today, whether it be encouraging the youth to pursue their passions in a safe sort of container here at church. I was a shy musical kid growing up, and so when the opportunity and also the push even to participate in the children's choir, that was really meaningful to me as a child, because it was a chance to just be who I wanted to be in a safe place where I knew I wasn't going to be judged. And on top of that, just the words that we'd sing, they all had meaning, and it's something, those are songs that I can carry on today. So I think continuing to not so much try to be hip and say, you know, like, oh, we're gonna play like rap music and church is so cool, but to really like see what the kids, the youth are interested, who are they, and continue to make those relationships and connections and try to forge some space for them to be that in the church. Yeah, I mean, just speaking from my own experience, it's much less of a sell than a practice, and just being an example, and then the youth will inevitably, by good example, follow that in the future. It's just a matter of timing, I think, and we can't force that, but again, speaking to my own experience, it didn't take long for me to go through some drama at school or like a tiff with my family and realize that, oh, okay, this is enter God into conversation. And then from there, things kind of just start going and become really simple through just keeping the practice going to church, you hear the gospel, you hear the worship, and it becomes something that is entrenched in you and was already there actually because you had that example. So I think it's definitely a matter of timing, and don't worry so much about having those conversations, but know that they are listening. The youth are always listening, and I think they'll get there. But just continue to be that example and get to know them.